As a high school student, and also I guess elementary school, I remember I wanted to be a cosmologist, wanted to study the
Oh,
cosmos, understand planets, black holes, stars, nebulae, all of that.
why didn't you?
Couple of different reasons. I tried to do AP math in high school, realized I was really bad at math. Tom over here might do an episode with me where he helps me get better at math, or at least teaches me some interesting conceptual math, which might get me more interested in it. A lot of the physics needed was math intensive to some degree. The other thing was I had a bad experience with my high school science teacher. Basically,
Oh, that sucks.
I had a lot of respect for him. I told him I wanted to be a cosmologist. And at a parent teacher conference, he told my parents, "Oh, yeah, Vamsi wants to be a cosmetologist, right?" And I immediately lost all respect for him and for most high school teachers since then.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. Um, I was I'm grateful that I had a lot of great teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the teachers I had were horrific and but as I said, I'm so lucky that I was in center that I was because so many people think that it's an elite thing that only people who want to feel smart go to or something, but it's actually the opposite of that. It's actually people who want uh want to learn,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't go there and suddenly people are like, yo, so you're smart. No, 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 no. You go there and suddenly you realize how dumb you are and you
Mm-hmm.
love that you're dumb and you just want to learn. And there is so many. I'm so grateful that I don't know, that I could just learn from all these different people, from all these different science disciplines,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
um, and they could explain and so many different opinions, and it's so much better than regular high school, because if I was in regular high school I wouldn't stay interested in science
Mm-hmm.
the way that I am now. And I'm so grateful for
Mm-hmm.
them, and I'm yeah, because some teachers are just horrific. And it's sad because they do impact the future generations. It's really sad to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so sad when people tell me that they were interested in science and that they gave up because of a stupid teacher who were too proudful to do something, or who just thought badly. And I don't know, it just makes me really sad to think about it. um but yeah, I think that there is a chance for everything. And when I say that, I don't mean like there is one chance and then you waste it and can't get. But there is like opportunity that maybe one day you can just say, you know what, I would like to study about it. Maybe I will never become actually anything near that profession, but I can learn about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can read a lot of scientific papers about it and try to understand what they're trying to say, and it can be very, very fun. um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I I don't know. I get really sad when I hear that people are discouraged because of their teachers.
Well, I can't blame my teacher. Like, I had to take responsibility for my choices, right? The truth is, I didn't like doing homework. I didn't like math. I didn't like applying myself to these difficult things. If I applied myself, then of course I could have done it. But I guess to me, I enjoy learning physics these days. I enjoy learning about some mathematical concepts through physics, and I enjoy philosophy
Mm.
and physics being connected. So, it's to me, high school was really just a bump in the road. I rebuilt most of my curiosity after high school crushed it. So I don't like, yeah, it sucks that some of my most formative years were spent poorly, but now I just have to do what I can with the rest of my years, right? Which are
I mean,
like
I
four
would
times as
never
many as I
say.
have. Yeah.
No, no, no. Sorry, finish.
No, but I just mean that I have like 70% of my life ahead of me, right? So there's still
Yeah,
lots.
and
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that really think that you're not it's not too late for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um if one day you decide, you know what, I want to get in college. And like at 40, I want to get in college and finish a degree to do something in life. Like
Mm-hmm.
it it's not too late. And it's not too late to say that you don't want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in, oh, I wasted 10 years or I wasted something, because you didn't waste if you learned something from it. You didn't waste something um if you just, I don't know, try to survive it. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't waste something. You're not wasting time. Nobody is wasting time. They're just investing time in different things.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't want to invest my time in this, and this would be a waste of my time, but if I learn something, then I'm happy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same way.
and
I love learning.
and I would never say that it's too late to pursue anything that you want.
Mm-hmm.
People told me that it's too late to get into dance. Like you need to start when you're really young. And I
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to do ballet when I was little. Like when I was small, I really wanted to go to ballet class.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents never actually supported that. Um,
Why
they
not?
were like, "You're." They told me that I'm like too chubby, that I don't have taste, not taste, but like I don't have rhythm. I don't belong there. I'm not that type of a person, even though I was like 5. I'm not any type of a person. I'm 5. um so and then I was interested in tango when I was like 20, and
Mm-hmm.
people are like, it's too late to get into dance, and here I am. I'm not it wasn't too late. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still enjoying it. I'm still going to the parties. I'm still respected in the community. I still enjoy it. Like it wasn't late. It wasn't too late. Or like, for example, my professor at university, one of my favorite professors, um, he didn't study geography for 4 years after he finished high school because his parents wanted him to study economics.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, I will study economics because like that's where money lies, but I don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was miserable there. He didn't want to do that. And then he decided, you know what? No, I want to study geography. I want to be outside. I want to study nature. That's something that I love.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is. He's a professor now. Like it wasn't too late for him 4 years after he graduated, because some people here think that a lot of students don't make gap years because they think that's like wasting time, or
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, if you get a gap year, that means that you're lazy, like you're not on time with your generation. You have to finish high school with your, I mean, yeah, most people just finish high school with their generation, but you have to finish university with your generation. You have to um it's if you like if you make a gap year, you're like, oh, they're lazy, they're not doing anything with their lives, which is quite sad. I think that's pathetic to think of, like to shame people for taking a year break or something.
Mm-hmm.
um but so many people, it wasn't too late for them even after 4 gap years. Even after, I know a person that didn't know if they wanted to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
and then after 10 years of not knowing, they were like, you know what, I found the thing that is really interesting to me. I want to go to college after 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they just started doing that, and they are right now one of the most successful people in that field. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not too late. I hate that a lot of things are viewed as you're either a child prodigy or you're useless, which is, I just, it makes me so angry that some people think about that.
I understand. Yeah, because a lot of people don't want to. I think it's. I had a colleague who we had this discussion about this, and I guess I asked him like, is the reason you think people are fixed, or because he had this belief that some people just aren't born with the brains to do quantum physics. And I told him I don't think that's true. I think any mind can learn it. All brains are universal computers. So your mind can learn anything given the right step by step process that you just have to figure out.
I
And
mean,
he
if your brain is just not interested in it,
then
then it's
sure.
probably then you're probably not fit for that profession. But that's not because you're too stupid for that. It's because you're not just not interested in that.
Right, he believed there were physical limitations like working memory limits or things like that that would just stop you from being able to learn. But I mean, we've been solving working memory for. We invented writing. We invented. We learned to chunk concepts into simpler concepts that expand covered more ground, so we could have to remember less individual items and all that. But yeah, it made me realize like maybe some people have this belief that it's an excuse, right? It's a way to let themselves off the hook because now they're too old to do it, so why try? And if
It
there's
makes
no
me
reason to
sad
try,
sometimes. Yeah, it
yeah.
makes me sad that some people have that belief because they're limiting themselves,
Hmm.
and like it's never too late. It's actually never too late. And like about the intelligence thing and like limitations to what type of intelligence can be for what type of profession, that's, in my opinion, that's bullshit. With all due respect to all psychologists and everybody, I think that's bullshit.
Hmm.
Like, I absolutely think that people can learn if they're interested in something.
Hmm.
uh that and as someone who, my dad is really obsessed with his daughter being the best at everything, and me being in all the best thing, just being on top of my class, being like the best player in volleyball team or something, and he made me do the Mensa test, the like high IQ community thingy, and I took it, and I was in Mensa for a time. I don't know if I'm still a member. I can't remember.
Hmm.
Um, but I remember going on one of the meetings because my dad was like, "Oh, go there. Those are high IQ people," and I was like, "There is nothing special about those people that is like he, it's arbitrary. It doesn't serve it's nothing.
Hmm.
It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say if they're passionate. It doesn't say if they want to learn things. It
Hmm.
just, you can solve patterns. That's it. That's it.
Hmm.
And like, I don't want to disrespect the psychology field because I do think that they can provide a lot to society, and like I'm sorry, my door is opening. um I think that a lot of those things can be used for better purpose than just putting people on a pedestal they do not deserve.
Hmm.
It makes no sense. Or putting people down because they do not solve patterns as well as the others. Because maybe they're not supposed to solve patterns. Maybe their mind is working in a completely different way and is useful in something that is really like big, and you just, I don't know. I just think it's bullshit that people are limiting each other in that type of way. It means nothing. The, there is no actual limitation if you think about it.
No, there isn't.
Okay, maybe
IQ.
not physical in that type of way, like born with it or not born with it. It's very much like League. A lot of players are born talented, but they wouldn't be where they are if they didn't get good at stuff.
Hmm. And the same principles apply that Coach Cupcake teaches in League as to life, which is you have to take responsibility, you have to focus on what you can control, you have to learn to be more afraid of missing opportunities than of making mistakes. Because in life, so many people hold back for fear of failure, but then the lack of failure means that they never succeed.
Yeah. And the like success and failure and everything like that, it 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 boggles my mind that we deem certain abilities and certain professions and certain people, we deem them as failures just because they are not traditionally successful. When I say traditionally, I mean they don't earn as much money,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't do like quote unquote. I think that it's similar in your culture as well as mine, that people like put people like doctors and lawyers and I don't know, people like that on a pedestal. And
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate those professions, don't get me wrong. I very much respect what they're people doing. I very much respect every profession.
Mm-hmm.
And but I will not say that some professions are more useful, or people who are in those professions are like more successful because they're in certain professions rather than others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still appreciate doctors. They save lives. They are serving the community, and they are doing their fucking best, and I appreciate and I respect them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that people in quote unquote failed like cashiers, or people that in our culture are deemed as quote unquote failures, they are very much contributing to the society. They are very much helping. They are very much like I really fucking hate that we see some professions and some career paths or some salaries as failures
Mm-hmm.
just because it doesn't fit into something that somebody said it's success, you know.
Right. You define your own success.
Yeah, yes.